Hello, everyone, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Monster Interrupted podcast. We are playing Pathfinder's 2nd edition revised rules as opposed to legacy rules, though my monsters seem to be stuck in time in legacy, giving the players a huge advantage as they bluster their way through the new revised rules, and we are here to learn them with your comments, with our rules lawyers, and with my own years and years and years of fake it till I make it experience behind the GM screens. I am GM Jeff Ball, your host, and welcome to another exciting episode of Runaway. The creature is too powerful for us. Last episode, you guys made the wise tactical retreat decision, I believe, is what we call it, right? Tactical retreat. Yeah, Monty Python. Run away, run away. Scurrying your butts from the 3rd level up several flights of stairs and maybe catching your breath. I always picture you guys like literally feeling like you have to leave the grounds, like you get out the main gate and then everyone's grabbing their knees like, sunshine, we're safe. Not really, but just on the edge of the fog fen, so here you guys are. And some of you guys are a little wounded. Elric has only 19 hit points and suffering a good 17 wounds. Tassie, 17 wounds with 26 hit points left over. Kenro got beat up quite a bit with 20 wounds, only has down 12 hit points left. Crag had disappeared wounded. Cognual disappeared wounded. Dubsy's fresh as a daisy, as usual.
I can spend some time refocusing and touching people too, if we're off the,
off the clock.
Yeah.
Sure. You guys want to, perhaps a little bit more.
12
distance.
hit points per touchy.
Yeah.
So however many times I got to do it.
Okay. So I tell you what about just a slow 10-minute meander? Sit everybody down for a minute, grab somebody's potions, and move on, and you guys will make progress as opposed to having to sit here for the proverbial hour going, okay, what do you want to talk about for 60 minutes? What do you want to talk about for 10 minutes, right?
Oh, I can do it in transit.
Yeah? Well, sometimes refocus is not just a matter of vegging out.
I have to, yes.
Okay. So if you got
I'm not sure. I could just be looking for the Chalice of Emret, and that would count as me doing my clerical.
Okay. So how about
duties.
This? Because this is such a dutiful trek, it's such long devotion. Do you have is there a hissing traveling song? Some kind of prayer?
Hissing traveling song.
I'm just saying, even a marching dwarven army has the rhythmic stone and metal, metal and stone, stone and metal, metal and stone. You go to Lord of the Rings, and where there's a whip, there's a way. Everybody's got something, right? Everybody's got something, man. So since you seem to be the catalyst for this brand new religion that ain't but yet so ancient no one's heard of it, and your people in this campaign, what?
We're not from very far away from here. I haven't traveled very far, and just across the river, but we are a very.
Oh, so you've been eating Dubsy's people for generations? Is that way? It's got the little flag on one side of the swamp and a little flag on the other.
I should have really looked into the diet. I'm sure they're carnivorous. What snake isn't, right?
Yeah.
Are there any vegetarian snakes? It'd be hilarious if my species was vegan, but I'm pretty sure.
Is that what you tell Dubsy? No, I'm vegetarian. Don't worry about it.
Snake. Yeah. And you keep giving him mosquito ointment, but he ends up being marinated a little bit more.
Yes.
Just day by day. Day by day.
Just the binder.
Yep.
It's called teriyaki.
Would you like a massage?
Rubbing in some oil. After 6 days, you wonder why you stink of soy sauce, but you start even smelling good to Elric. Salty frog legs. Anyway, I don't know. Have you guys seen? I hate to date this, but have you guys at least seen the last episode of Fallout, where there's the two little Roman camps, and there's literally like a dirt hill between them, and the Caesars are like 100 feet apart on their little thrones, like it literally is like tent fort, recess flag number 1 and flag number 2, and Macaulay Culkin does a big cameo in an episode.
Good old Macaulay.
Yeah, growing up. Oh yeah, it's so good. Anyway, so I'm watching that, and then you're talking about like being your people from across the river, and we said Dubsy's people are here. So I picture this barely divided something
Ancient
in McCoys
enemies.
Yeah. What was the two families from the States? Something in the McCoys. The feuding family. The Hazmats and the McCoys.
I know what you're talking about, but I cannot remember.
The Hazmat family, dressed in yellow raincoats, and the McCoys. No,
I've seen a couple Red Dead Redemption things that are based around them.
Oh, okay.
But I cannot remember the name. There's movies about them.
Okay.
Anyways,
Hatfields, I believe.
Hatfield. Thank you.
McCoys, yeah.
Hatfields, Hazmats. Very close relation. Sure.
Tomato, Hatfield, Hazmat. Who could tell the difference?
Yeah. But thank you for that. This is a show where I don't mind being corrected, just so that the audience gets all the facts. Whether it's rules or pop culture.
It's a pretty small town, eh?
It is a logging town.
Oh.
It's a Monday.
We're on the frontier.
A working.
There's a baseball diamond in the corner.
Yeah, there's a log flume that people like to ride for shits and giggles, which will probably land you a night in jail or 3.
Oh, you mean it's like not illegal? I was like, we got to do that.
No, it's not a park, dude. It's an actual they up in the forest. Like if you see this blue line with the logs coming down.
See the
yeah. It's like so way up there. They go logging, and they send them down the flume, and it's a lumbering town with labor and sawmill and ship it off it's on the Isle of Cortos, and to the west of the capital is this lovely little town of Otari. There's another adventure that ties in that they constantly mention in this called Trouble in Otari. Drew, you ran that with your family, did you not?
Yes, that was a while ago.
Okay. I do know that there's not enough in it to really meta. Like he's just vaguely familiar with a couple faces, and they just kind of, it's sort of like an add-on, like DLC in a video game, and they just kind of like add world build in the corner kind of thing. So like there's overlap, but
yeah, you basically went to this tavern or whatever, and they're like, "Hey, give us some help." You went down there, and there's a whole like cavern and stuff to go do, and then I think there's a second part to that even. You basically go to like another, house just a little ways away, and you kind of do some stuff over at that house. But yeah, it's just like supposed to be.
Isn't it like a beach house or something?
Yeah, it's down on a beach. Honestly, it's a good way to introduce yourself to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, because each room kind of like puts in like one thing for like stealth or traps, or they just kind of start building on it. It's kind of nice.
It's DM friendly.
Yes, right? Very DM friendly.
Right there, yeah. But this is written for legacy rules. I don't know if they rewrite it for right, because then you'd have to consult Nethys as we do. But cool. No, definitely good to know. I had earlier on when we got into this heard about it, and I was very tempted. But like Dice Before Dishonor, where we decided to run the small, teensy-wincy Pathfinder Society adventure called Honor's Echo, which turned into an entire season 0 of 21 episodes. It was supposed to be a prelude to see if an all-Cavalier party would work. And then we did season 1 in 1st edition. Season 2 of Dice Before Dishonor will begin production soon, early this year. And we will have a season 2 converted to 2nd edition, start dropping episodes. I'm hoping late winter, early spring, just so you know. An all-Cavalier party doing the Game of Thrones thing. Cameos from new players, old players alike. Anyway, as you guys refocus and right. So back to the traveling song. You got anything?
Chant?
Nothing legible. There's no chant. It's hisses and pops.
Yeah,
Maybe a little bit of this, you know.
Snake jazz.
Snake jazz.
Snake jazz.
It's from Rick and Morty.
He literally does the hi-hat. That's all he does. Just walking around going. I'll have to put that in because I don't think our mics picked that up. Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
And yeah, I touch. How many times do I have to touch myself? Twice is what I need. So there's 20 minutes of touching.
I'm gonna say it takes you like an hour to walk as far as the Grove. So that's 6. You want to do 6 hits on targets of your choice?
Yeah.
While we're discussing.
Clear out my wounds first.
Yeah.
I touch myself first because I'm a selfish person.
Well, let's discuss a little change of ambient music as well as a little change of scenery as you guys head through the section of forest by day. No worries. No.
I do 12 hit points per touch. How many times do you guys need to be touched?
I can help out some people as well with some battle medicine or some medicine checks if we need it.
Sure.
No touchies for Dubsy.
This is where you hit him with a massage, right? You sure?
It's already on my hands.
All this walking.
You guys so tense.
You guys need to hire a guy with a donkey and a wagon to pick you guys up and drop you off so you can just literally sit in the wagon for an hour or two there and back to rest or talk or whatever.
Bring out your dad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Monty Python.
Get some kind of silver ring that intercedes for that teleport trap for our wayward cast members, and they'll just end up in the wagon somewhere on the way back or whatever, right? Some old guy with a great big brimmed hat. You just got him on retainer. Just pay him to go back and forth. You guys get to 6th level and you find the wagon demolished and the horse eaten by wolves. Oh, damn. I'm going to miss that donkey. What was that guy's name again? Yeah. Very caring, loving adventurers, right? All right. As you guys... I'm just going to shift the old map here. Whap, whap, whap. So as you see here, as I have indicated, at the very top of the map, podcast going, what? At the very northwestern tip of the map, we have Gauntlet Keep, heading down a winding road through the end of the fog fen into a thick forest, which now, after 1/3 of your trip, takes up a good second third, if not more, winding road. You get to a clearing, a gap, as it were, where a whole section of the forest has been either deforested or demolished, or it's just a nice big open clearing. You see that sort of extra swampy spot on the side there? I think it's a part that wraps around where the fog fen is kind of curved around and got near the road. This would be the low part of the road that washes out every spring kind of spot, right? And on the road, or I should say just beside the road, under the closest tree, you see 2 very young humans wearing traveling boots, some very basic gear, but not backpack or whatever, robes. They look like they're shielded against the elements, but not adventuring gear, right? They carry wooden staffs. Anyway, one is sitting up against a tree, looking very pale, head down, and another one is panicking. And he's younger and heavier set than the slightly older young man. Now, these guys barely have got 20, 25 summers between them each. Very young for human standards. Anyway, he's like, keep pressure on it, man. I'll go get it. I'll go to help. And the guy groans, and he's like, okay, no, I'll stay. All right, come on, come over this pear. And he's fumbling through pouches, and he's looking for berries and stuff. He's like, here, eat the good berry, man, eat the good berry. And the guy chews and spits it out, and he's like, oh crap, that's not good berry. Okay, hang on, I got this, man. And he's just totally flustered in this first aid kind of situation, right? The other guy is slurring his words, and he's trying to help the younger guy, going, you need this, but maybe he's having some kind of reaction. His lips are swollen, his neck is beet red, and either dozed or calmer of the two is trying to direct the young man who's literally freaking out. And you guys come along, kind of thing, right? Okay. What do we have here, man? 2 young druids on the side of the road. Right? What do you guys want to do?
I'm jazzing it up. I'm focusing on getting everybody topped up.
Okay, you just keep walking and focusing. Not your problem.
Well, I'm sure they don't keep walking. I hope they don't. Let's see what kind of adventurers these guys are.
Oh, what about you? You can't speak for them. What do you do, smartass?
Do they have a chalice?
You want to stop and check?
Yeah, of course.
Excuse me, do you have a chalice?
Have
No.
you seen this chalice?
Oh, dude, you just walk by, like not even break stride. He just holds up a poster at 30 feet away. Have you seen this chalice? They shake their heads. He's like, right. Keeps going. All right. Next up, Kenro, almost with a conscience. What do you got, Ken?
Seeing as Tassie's got these guys kind of handled, kind of helping out and whatnot, I probably would be like, you seem like you guys are struggling a little bit with something there. Is there anything I can help with? I am trained in clerical.
Oh, please. My friend needs help.
Seems that already, yes. What kind of help does he need?
I think he's having some kind of allergic reaction. We're in the woods, and we're picking elderberries, and they're so delicious. And anyway, the guy's freaking out like he's not right. His eyes are bright red. He's slurring his words, and he goes from sort of sleepy to like trying to wake himself up, like that kind of I'm okay, right? And he goes from this sort of wave of panic that, oh right, and this and this and this and this. He's completely scattered of brain.
My friend, I'd like you to calm just a bit. I'd like to say you have something called squirrel drunk. You are squirrel drunk, sir. Do you know what squirrel drunk is? It's not very dangerous, but make you feel weird for a little while. Were the berries by chance beyond ripe?
Yeah, he holds up his hands, and they're covered in squishy black purpley juice. So that answers your question of like, yes.
Okay.
He can't even handle them. Okay. They were so ripe, they just disintegrated in his hands.
I will tell you, sir, that you probably don't need as much help as you need, but for a measly 5 silver, I could probably help you out greatly.
Okay, his eyes widen. I don't have any money. Please, you have to help him. Please. And he starts looking at the rest of you guys. Markov. I know.
Well,
he doesn't know that you're even worse of a mercenary than that. But he looks at the halfling, right? Like, he's not saying no to one guy, but he's like, 5 silver, I can help you out. And he's, I don't have any money. And he looks at the rest of you guys, right?
I'm sorry, my dear friend. I suggest giving whatever you can equivalent to 5 silver to my compatriot here to help your friend before he loses his ability to breathe.
Okay. Anyway, he starts checking pockets. Anyway, he starts trying to get into his friend's pockets, but whatever wound they're trying to keep pressure on, it's kind of jostling that as he's trying to get at the guy's belt. You get money left over, right? That thing, that's figurine your sister gave you, that's made of metal, right? We could sell that, right? Or sell it to the guy. This is gonna help you, man. Okay. And as he's digging in his pocket, he's completely distracted in the fact that this money will help, that he's actually disturbing the guy that's trying to hold his guts in or something. The other guy is
allergic reaction. Does he actually have like a cut on him or something? Can I make it a perception check?
Sure. You want to get it? You want to get in there and do the little medicine on? Well. Sure. Okay.
If he's saying that they're just acting a little bit like he's an allergic reaction, not that he's cut open. I didn't see a cut open.
The guy on the road that came
28.
out is freaking out and he seems high or something. The guy on the tree that I initially described looks like he's in serious trouble.
Gotcha. Okay, so 28.
Okay. Yes, severe allergic reaction. Why he's got him putting pressure on something. Maybe the two of them have, maybe he's fallen or hurt himself or whatever. So anyway, you have a look, right?
Yep.
Okay. So he's been cut. Now, he doesn't have the purple stained hands, but if these idiots got into those bushes with them really ripe and one's eating them and playing with them, another one might have been cut up really bad by the thorns and the brambles. And sure enough, this guy has like this gash under his rib on his side, and it's swollen and infected immediately, and the thorns are kind of not poisonous, but it's like take an X-Acto knife, give yourself just a little tiny slit, and then stuff poison ivy in there and see what happens 20 minutes later. Like just, right? Like, oh my God, this is not great.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look at them and say, okay, I will be able to help if we all stay calm. For a favor in the future, are you guys staying in town? Because nothing happens for free in this world, as we know.
Oh no, yeah, we live here. We're part of the Druid Circle. We're part
Perfect.
of the, and he tries to say, he's talking about the stone ring pond. That's famous that you guys kind of talked to Tengu once and that kind of thing, right? They're druids that are faithful to Gazra. And they are always hanging out at this little pond with the stones at the top of the hill. And they're pleasant, but it itself actually serves as a 4th level temple. Now you guys go to the Dawnflower Library that serves as a 5th level temple because, well, higher level, more stuff, right? So you guys made nice there, but anyway, they do have some dispelling and purifying and healing and some basic stuff. But the guy's in such bad shape, he can't seem to move him and get him back there.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not about to go into shock, but if you left him here for an hour, he might go into anaphylactic shock. It's slow and extremely steady and dangerous.
I will say you are very lucky because we are just coming out of that dungeon there, which is pretty darn dangerous. And I would say don't go into there if you can't handle the berries over here. Now, I have one spell left for healing. So the favor you owe us will be quite large, and we'll come to the Druid Circle to speak with you guys about that. But I can heal your friend right now if you'd like.
Oh, for 5 silver? I mean, something worth 5
Or
silver?
a favor later. Or a favor to be done.
Yeah, okay. Well, take the favor. Please, just help him. Please.
I will cast Soothe on, heal. I have 1 heal left.
Okay.
Because I keep forgetting that I get 4, not 3, I believe, with this new.
Before you, unless you just want to milk this kid for cash and do a miracle, right? The actual wound you could actually address with standard medicine, and using first aid and stuff. You're trying to like remove toxins and poison.
Let's do that. Like let's do that then. I'll do a medicine check and just use that on him.
Yeah. I really appreciate the big check this out whammy, but probably want to
trying to queer us a favor and make them really thankful for us. Good word with the druids, right? So
I know where this is going, right? The power of Callistra, right? Yeah, I know where this is going.
But I'll do a medicine check on them and help them out.
Yeah.
Well, Tassi's helping everybody else. I'll work with these guys here.
Yep. It's like they're hitchhiking, and you're like, "Hey, can I have a ride in your little Volkswagen?" And Troy's like, "Let me cast Monster Truck out of the bush. Let's get in this, boys." I was like, "He was like, whoa!" And you'll owe me a favor equal to this ride, right? Oh shit!
I need to do just give me treat wounds. Do I need to administer first aid? What is my skill I'm using on this one here? Not dying, right? So I can just treat wounds on them, right?
Yeah, for treating like a poison.
Yeah.
You're probably faster on the draw here. I'd literally have to pull up your.
Well, I rolled a 14.
Okay.
Which is a failure, right?
For the skill itself,
it says failure here. So
recalling.
Yeah, you gotta hit a
stabilize,
15.
stop bleeding, critical damage.
lucky for me, I have
treating
rapid
disease.
response or continual recovery, so he's only immune for 10 minutes, not an hour.
There we go. Treating poison. Treat patient against the poison's DC. So no, that's not bad. The poison DC to this is actually only like 12.
Oh, okay.
It's slow acting and like easy to get around. So again, it's not a big bother, right?
Gotcha.
He just sticks his fingers down the guy's throat.
Yeah. Well, that might help the panic guy, but this guy has actually like got a poison injected as opposed to ingested, right?
So that's then a 14.
Drew, you've been paying attention to my entire monologue, right? You caught all that because I'm 2 for 2 now.
Yeah, the poison ivy stuffed in it. Ugh.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I tried to use these leaves as a bandage. He stuffed them with poison ivy.
Poison ivy and poison oak.
So, can we recommend a different career for this druid? You know, like go get into something else, buddy. Yeah.
The whole time that he's working on them, Cassie is like giving them the stink eye. He's no patience for fools.
Okay.
Well, I'm.
Burn 10 minutes here, but you could be 10 minutes closer to town. All right. So, Markov being the hired help, Kenro muscles in there, and you gave your vice or whatever, but he's got it large and in charge, so you're good. And he's talking to them. He's doing the first aid thing. He's explaining, this is what you've done. This is what you need to do. Listen to me. Eyes on me. Buy me dinner later. Check out my leather chaps. We'll talk about the word of cluster later. You owe me a favor, like all type of thing. Like, dude's working the crowd. To his credit, bibbity boppity boo, with the gear he's got on him, with his med kit, with his whatever, he actually treats the wound and, gives them what they need to eat and do, in the proverbial 10-minute flat. It's pretty impressive. Now, we'll have Troy cover his ears as the GM says, Markov witnesses something that Ken does that is impressive to see. Whether you accept that, I'm not saying let's drop the rivalry. No. I'm just saying there's a situation in front of you that the guy seems to know his medicine. Whether he goes up a notch in respect or I would have took 10 silver, that's up to you. But this is the situation is presented, right? You get Dubsy sitting there just like pecking flies out of the air. It's a forest, right?
They've got nothing to steal. They're just druids.
Yeah. Did you check?
Drunken. Overripe berries.
Yeah, I looked them over.
Yeah, you go.
They can't even cough up 5 silver.
Well, as soon as he said that, right? Like, do you have anything of value? Right? Dubsy holds out his hands like he's already robbed them. Nope. Look at this crap. He circled the tree to help, and he's already got everything of value. They got crap on them. Nope, nothing.
Kov, being as impatient as he is, will just splash the man who is poisoned on the ground there with a rousing splash to give him temp HP and go, come on, we need to hit the road. I'm not paid by the hour here. Let's go.
Wake up.
Damn, time is money.
All right. We don't need your side quest role-playing encounters. Let's go chop.
Gives him enough hit points just to make it home, dumps him at the gate.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
They were actually assigned cognable, but,
No, one guy is sick and really out of it. The other one's high. So imagine, like Miss Frizzle's Magical Mystery Tour / Yellow Submarine just came down the frickin' road, helped me and my friend. Like, you guys are all look like Picasso undulating paintings to me, right? The Frog Man and the Lizard Man and the big guy with the big cod piece and the little tiny dude and this guy with big giant Mickey Mouse sticky hands taking our stuff, and then you guys all trip up. Bye, you'll be fine, right? Can you describe the man that robbed you? Well, he had huge hands. Oh, look at my hands. Whoa. Yeah, okay. Don't have to worry about a police report. Continuing your journey. Did you guys just like stitch them up and leave them here? Or would you guys actually help them back to the...
I would say if they're looking good to go, like the Druid Circle's not far from here, so.
Oh, yeah. What? We got lots of time before sunset. The wolves don't come out till for 6 hours, man. It's fine. Even a crawl, they're fine. He's fine.
Yeah, I don't think Dubsy's carrying anything unless they have possessions.
Yeah, Tassie's certainly not going to help these idiots.
They can follow us, or as long as they're going the direction we're going, they can come with us.
No, they need time to rest and have your medicine, purge, so. No, unless you guys literally want one guy, 2 people with a shoulder carry, and another guy just directing him, so he doesn't wander off high or whatever, then nope, you can just leave him here, it's fine.
I mean, unless Elric gets on my shoulders, then we become as tall as a person. I don't think it's going to work out too well.
Yeah. You love going to that one alley that's got 3 kobolds and a trench coat in it. Hey, you want to buy a watch?
Realizing Kendra's rookie mistake, though, Elric will go, tell me your names before we head back on the road.
Oh, sure. I'm Bobby Anderblitz and Anders. Bobby Anders. And this is my friend Tim. Tim Lipschitz.
Why, thank you. You'll both be fine as we head on the road. And Elric will just leave without anything else from that.
Why do I feel there's going to be an invoice tacked on their parents' front door in about 3 days? If your child made it home, it's because of Elric Markov. You're welcome. 5 gold to this address, thank you, on Mark Bells. All right. So you guys head out, and possibly tired of druids, we're not going to stop at the Grove. Just keep walking. Do see a couple tents and a couple.
Should just go there and demand payment.
I think if we were walking past the Grove, I might say, guys, I'm just going to go pop in for a second and let them know 2 of their own are.
Where's your money, man?
That I've helped.
Where's
out.
your money, man?
And I'll go and help you. Listen, a few of your lesser druids are out over in the woods over here, a little bit drunk, a little bit high, a little bit injured. We've tended to them a bit, but you might want to send somebody to go pick them up before they cause any more harm.
Okay. A female gnome druid who goes by the name of Whirlwind is wide-eyed, realizes these guys should have been back an hour or 2 ago, curses their, ineptitude, thanks you for your kindness, tells you that she won't forget this kindness, asks you where they are. Oh, we left them back there. Looks a little puzzled, but sends her guys off and... Hey, happy ending for us. We're awesome, right? Send them off.
I think it'd be an easier task than carrying them with us is to go back to their house and get someone to go get them and bring them home.
As much as I tease and might push, I never want you guys to do what you would think the A+ hero would do just to open up a benefit or whatever. I would rather you guys stay in character and just phone it in and mediocre your way through life or whatever. True to your characters.
If I wasn't busy refocusing to lay hands, I would have been laying into them. It's an edict of my friggin' religion that if I see an idiot, I have to make sure I let them know that they are idiots. Yep.
Really?
Can we make that religion real?
It's not a weak and the strong thing. It's an ineptitude thing. The skilled and the...
So the edicts of my religion are to enforce karma's pitiless judgment, shame fools, kill traitors, and to pursue the chalice of Emret.
Fools, kill traitors, and dude, so there's more to you than just this chalice.
Yeah. So the sect is divided. If you see one of me out and about, they're a seeker. So the entire purpose of their existence is to seek the chalice of Emret. But obviously, I do that. I'm going to run into fools who need shaming.
The GM knows this. The players know this. Is there any way that you might feel obligated to share role play with your fellow characters. Because what I'm afraid of is we play this not so often that somebody later down the road will go, oh yeah, you told us all about this. And it's like, if you don't talk about it in character, then it's not exactly...
I'm busy.
Okay.
Which
So
is
the
why
the audience is intrigued, but you're a mystery to your fellow men. That's fine.
Exactly. Oh, maybe,
All right.
maybe we'll be trading campfire stories in the future.
Yes. Okay, I will allow that if you state that, the first rest or, a day or two goes by and it comes up in conversation, you lay out your edict. Sure. And I'll say, yeah, you guys have this knowledge about him and shame
feel
fools,
like he-
kill traitors. Yeah.
He just blows up. He can't stop thinking about those fools, and he has to tell us about it.
Let's just
come at-
around the
you can come at
campfire.
Ken- you can come at Ken for it.
those fools in the forest.
Just so he can draw out his S. Any chance he gets to draw up an S consonant, right? Those
It's the best.
fools. Oh, man. All right. Tell you a little story about a guy playing a Dampier. And every time he used the E vowel, he smiled and showed his teeth, and people would take a step back. So this player tried to train himself not to talk, not to drop any E's. So it was like, excuse me. Oh, can't say me. Pardon, good citizen. Can you tell us where this is? And it just become this little trope. Savage Room podcast. Check it out. Anyway, right. So Whirlwind thanks you. Says she won't forget this. Half you guys are like, sweet, she owes us a favor. The other time is like, did she seem harsh? With the I won't forget this, like you abandoned her men. Some of you guys go off like life is grand. The other one's like, did we just make an enemy? And you head down the winding path. You come to a cliff, and it splits. If you go right, you go to a graveyard that overlooks the cliff and overlooks the actual Dawnflower Library Temple. Big jump, and you're on a roof, maybe a shortcut. If you head left and head north, and you kind of go the long way as the cliff becomes a hillside and come all the way into town, cross a bridge. But that's okay, because in the center of town, Odd Stories, a 3-story stone tower that rises out of the back half of a 1-floor wooden bookstore with a sign about the front of it, which depicts a stack of open books with lines of magical energy rising from the pages, is where we would like to possibly do some treasure dumping. As I go to the party sheet, and you guys have talked about books.
I have some.
Right? Yeah.
I'm sure I do.
Yes.
I thought I did. Or maybe it's on the party sheet.
A book titled What the Worm Knows.
Morlabent books.
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Really good books.
them.
Like, you guys have got a book called What the Worm Knows, a book called Secrets of the Skull, another one called Grave Feasts. And that's in the party. And then you guys might actually have, I think it just might say Morlabin Book 1, Morlabin Book 1 bulk, like on your actual
Yeah, I got 2 of those.
Okay.
I got 2.
So check your actual, I know Kenro has a Morlabin book on tattoos. Right? Okay.
I do, yes.
You do.
Morlabent book on tattoos, and that is it.
Okay. So, he is so impressed that you have this book and in its condition, he gives you guys, and I'll just put this directly into cash because if I liquidate it, you'll only get half. Right? He specifically asked you for these books. Now, that's kind of a gray area for the DM to determine, going, okay, it's worth 5, I'll give you 2.5. But, considering what's down there in the dungeon, and maybe you guys could use a little boost, I'm going to say he's going to give you full price. So, deleting the book from Kenro Where are we here? Boop. And adding 5 gold to our party sheet. Now 10. Who else has a Morlabent book? Tassie, you said you've got a Morlabent book?
I got 2, just the
got
generic
2.
labeled Morlabent books.
Yeah. You found these you guys found these in the little room where the ghost was.
Yep.
And she was a scribe, and they collected knowledge. You guys have run into 2 scribes, 2 ghosts. There was a drow who wanted to crack a whip over a room full of scribes, worked on scrolls, and then you had this librarian chick in a tiny mini library, slumped over desk dead, and these books were in her private collection. And they are on all matters of strange, occult, and arcane. Very sort of varied and loose, weird subjects, which makes them uncommon. I wouldn't say rare, but definitely uncommon. Just so you guys know, like, what the little flavorful. I mean, you're not handing them a book that says E equals MC squared, and next week Kortos goes up in a big mushroom cloud. You're pretty educated enough between a lot of you guys look through this. It doesn't seem no black magic, no necromancy next week. Stay tuned. Just a lot of interesting information that might dig a little deeper. Okay. As well, another 5 each brings that party another 10. So you guys have gone from 5 party gold to 20, plus the 64 silver that you have, plus the 210 copper, plus the fact that you guys have a bunch of stuff that you haven't sold, other books, right? Anyone else have a specific Morlabent bit book on their person? Did we have Kraga carrying a bunch of stuff? He has one, but he's not present. So we'll just leave that. He's a deposit for later. Actually, you know what? If Kraga found himself back in town, since Kraga really loved that potion he got from him, I could see Kraga like heading over there. I could literally see Kraga, cashing that in. We'll put it in the party fund. Okay. Cognal, not so much. He just take his time to do whatever. I mean, dude's got keys on him from level 1 that he can't see Corey hurrying over. He'd be like, we'll get to it when we get to it. But I could see Kraga going, oh, right. Well, as long as I'm here, I might as well get cash. So emptying Kraga's stash into the Morlabent bin brings the party up to 25 gold. Anyone else?
I also have a piece of tattooed flesh from Aller Rothk. With the Morlabent Book of Tattoos, do you think that'd be something we can give to him in combination that would boost the amount we get?
I would say that maybe that's what got him going with the whole full price thing, as opposed to me just going 50%,
okay.
Worth this type of thing. He was so impressed.
Want me to get rid of that off my inventory as well to say we gave him both?
Sure. Yeah, if you want to delete that. And then there actually are the Book of Grave Feats. Do you guys get him to ID them and offer them? They're not on his sort of list. They might be a little dark for him, but, he could ID these for you. Oh, sorry, Grave Feasts. All right.
Yeah, it's best to have them identified, I guess, so we know what we got.
Yeah. One of 3 grim necromantic books from the ruins. Only someone that's interested in dark subjects would be interested in this. So it's probably why it's not on his list. Having it in his store could, sully his reputation, as it were. So you guys might want to try somewhere else. He kind of feels that, he wants to stay in your good graces. He suggests, he doesn't promise, but if you try Rin, the elven tiefling, and her tents downtown where this all started, if you guys hit up Rin, because she's more into the cult and astrology, she might just passively go, oh yeah, I'm interested in that, and take it off your hands. Book number 2, The Secrets of the Skull. Same thing. Very interesting, blah, blah, blah. They're worth 8 gold. So you could get 4 gold each on the open market, unless you can, I don't know, get the blacksmith to buy them through Kraga's hands and get his 10%, or, there's those little favors, right? Now, the original party. So Troy was playing a goblin witch. Drew, were you playing Dubsy? Who was your first guy?
Halfling investigator.
Yeah, Karam.
Karam, and you came in episode like 17. So our original party is not familiar with this person. However, she does seem to know Jargon Whitmore, my bard. So maybe she's heard of you guys, because a lot of townsfolk, they don't treat you like celebrities, but they're kind. Oh, how are you? I'm so glad you've come. Like, they have that hint that we know you or heard of you because of how a bunch of you guys and Corey saved the town from the undead. You know what I mean? So there is that genuinely, like, either, meh, hi, how's it going? Or, oh yeah, I know you, and they're moderately friendly, and they a little bit. You get that little extra service. They rush to you. A lot of you guys haven't noticed this because you haven't spent a lot of time in one place. But if you see how they treat the regulars versus just outsiders, sailors that come through the town, you guys have been treated a little better, a little nicer. And then especially now that a bunch of other people, not you, save the town, but you've joined this party, right? A lot of people are thinking that you're not coattail riding, but if you got Kraga with you, or if you've got Cognul with you during these transactions, then if these guys like you, we like you, right? Now, Morlabent got onto you guys through Kraga, and through Morlabent, at least you got somebody in your corner, right? But you may have to roam around a bit, meet some of these, people fresh. Decide if your new character or new players even like these people or want to deal with them, right? A tiny iron key seems to be used with something with a small lock. And I think there was a couple episodes where Corey and Troy were like jamming this key and everything. Is this the key? No. Is this the key? How about now?
What do you have? What is it called?
It's just a tiny little iron key. Like
a tiny iron key is what it's called?
Yeah. Yep.
I have a heavy iron key, and I'm almost wondering if there's like a lock where you need multiple keys. I don't think we should ditch them. I don't think we should ditch them.
All right. Do we want to trust Tassie to carry both, or put both in the... I guess you can have stuff in the... party loot always seems to get sold.
Yeah, we'll just say it's probably chalice related, and he'll hold on to it.
Yep. Okay, or I was going to say
problem.
Dubsy, you each have a key, and there's some kind of weird synergy with you guys. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Any guys had a chain shirt that detected magic, but we didn't have time to really ID it. But a +1 chain shirt that has the potency rune, +1 armor potency rune on it. If you guys had the cash, this rune can actually be lifted and transcribed onto armor of your choice. And if you guys have decent armor yourselves, right?
I think it's like 160 gold to do that.
I know it's 160 gold to buy this shirt brand new. So maybe cheaper? Maybe you're thinking of the other runes, or are doing the 2 runes?
Well, just didn't have a potency rune inscribed. It's 160 GP.
Okay.
I was looking it up not too long ago. Or sorry, I shouldn't say that. Transferred from a piece of armor to another piece of armor, which for me, that's what I'm going to have to do. Any runes I want, I got to get tattoos.
Okay.
It has to be etched into my physical armor.
Even a single battle where you've fought together, bled together, and someone gives a good quip, someone gives their tagline, someone casts a spell that helps us escape or defeat the enemy, you guys are sort of comrades in arms. So I'll ask
for sure.
I'll ask the party, does anyone want this +1 chain shirt?
Yeah, that's light armor, is it not? So I think pretty much everyone can wear it. It's +1 armor if you don't have armor. I would recommend putting it on.
Yep. It's got a dex cap of +3. It does come with a check penalty of -1. If your strength is below 12, or I can't remember. Is it -1 and then it doubles if you don't have the strength? because it is bulky. It makes noise and shit. Anyway, let's see. Who's new? I'm looking at Markov, and Dubsy hasn't been around for, and even Troy's guys kind of new. Anybody in need? Shall we do the AC comparison? My AC is bigger than yours.
Well, if it's noisy, I probably will say no to it.
Okay. Its traits are flexible, noisy, abjuration, invested, and magical. But ching, 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 right? So
I'm only trained and unarmored, so I don't think I can use it.
Oh, okay. So maybe a feat to think of in the future. I don't know if you can actually just take armor feats, or are they completely class dependent in the new rules? That's a good question.
Markov won't say no to free armor. New guy, come on, give him up.
Okay, well, you take this as payment? Then Corey doesn't have to dig in his pockets, so the party, you know what I mean? I mean, there's you earned it, but it also could be kind of a bit of a, towards the flavor of payment,
That would be fair, yeah.
Because otherwise, like, as a merc, we pay you. You don't get treasure. We pay you to keep us alive. You know what I mean? So, like, that would be kind of a neat role play thing where it's like, now you're taking party treasure like everybody else, and the role play shtick is like, oh, this is part of my payment. It's part of my payment, Instead of you literally charging Corey's character up, give him a bill. I mean, you do, but, so the gold has trade hands. All right, sir. Let's tell him what he's won. Yeah, +1 chain shirt, which I will shove on your character now. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. What are you currently wearing for armor anyway? Anything?
Explorer's clothing.
All right. Well, here you go. I've swapped that out. You're now equipped to the chain shirt. And hopefully your AC went up.
Oh, I'm sure
Maybe.
it will.
Went up 21. Do we remember what it was before? Was I too quick? Do you want to?
Yes, you were too quick.
Okay, we took it off. It's 18.
Yes.
Right? We put on your explorer's clothing. That'd be funny. You guys watch him change on the road, and he's got like the huge Yakuza tattoo across his little halfling back or something like this, something that you were not expecting. Holy crap. Remind me to remind Cognul to pay this guy on time, or we're in big trouble.
Well, you've just made that lore. Congratulations.
The halfling mafia.
Just a large infernal tattoo on his back that no one can read.
Oh, kind of like the tiefling in the Mighty Nine.
Exactly.
He's got this strange tattoo, right? Sorry, I shouldn't say that like that was the idea, because one thing led to another. Okay. Did you want to sell your clothing then? The explorer's clothing? Because it's all weight, right? Taking up bulk. So you want to toss it in the party.
Yeah,
Okay,
definitely.
Okay. Toss it away. We don't need it. All right. So from an AC of 18 to 21, we have a tougher merc with us. That is cool. Speaking of ACs, let's do a little round the house check. Ken, how's your AC holding up these days?
My AC currently is 16.
So I was saying, screw Markov. We need to lift this rune and get it on some clothing for. Damn. Markov doubles his AC and Ken still. Oh, but he's a nice guy. He helped Druid, so we have that, right? Damn. That's okay. I have a feeling that Markov's going to be shoved to the front a little bit more. Cognul is a monk, but he manages to rock a 19. Dubsy, what have you got?
I've got a 20.
Okay, well, no slouch. You're on point quite a bit. Tassie, a champion, should have a decent one, right?
20, 22 with my shield up.
Oh, okay. So it's really a matter of you keeping it up. If you want to do better than. Okay. Kraga the Mighty has no shield, but he's rocking 20, so. Iron Man, the little halfling. Look at Jack's face. No, dude, I didn't set you up. I said who wanted the armor. Welcome to the show. Up front you go. Damn it. All right. So did you guys want to... Oh, right. Something else. You guys have that portrait. Of an actual drow.
Was it
portrait?
Was it that we found it by the dead body?
Yeah,
I
don't think. Yeah, it's a portrait. Like I think it's like it's bigger than a cameo. Like it's the only way I could say it's pursed size. You know, the thing's like 8 to 12 inches, like an oval. So it's like a big stand up on your office desk. You know, love and kisses, right? So and so, your drow friend, right?
Do we walk around town? Have you seen this elf? Drow, whatever.
Not for many.
And
years.
then, once somebody says, "Hey, I know that guy," you sell it to him for an extravagant price.
But that was the one that we found by one of the bodies, right? There were the two bodies that had.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Morlabint is impressed that the artwork has endured the passage of time quite well, and he believes, even though it's faded or whatever, it's a bit of a Rembrandt. The design, the fact that it's an actual like a very reclusive race has posed a drow male, and a collector would give you 10 gold for this. I'll give you 5. I'll give you the market value because I'll sell it for 8, that kind of thing. If you guys want to hold out, try and get a better price to cart it around. Otherwise, he'll do the cha-ching, 50% off. Yeah?
Dubsy's okay with that.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. I need more than a round of nods. So, yeah, okay. Doing the nod, yeah, okay. All right. Which leads you to him thanking you. I mean, you guys showed up with like a book. And now this time you show up with like 5. He's thrilled. Dude's like, I was just about to have dinner. Join me. He feeds you. This is awesome. Dude can't cook worth beans. Okay, halfway through the meal, we bail. Right. Go bar from the river and head on down to... Did you guys want to try... He recommended Rin. You guys want to hit her on the way to the temple or whatever? Or
take the creepy books there.
Yeah. You're on a roll. Sure. All right. All righty. Rin's Wonders is what this place is called. Although this curio shop does not bear an actual sign. The locals know it as such. This place, to marvel at whatever strange new trinkets and offerings an equally strange owner might have or have come across or bartered for from ships and sailors, and in her travels, because sometimes she'll disappear for like an entire winter and come back with a whole bunch of new stock that she sells all, on the in season. A structure that consists of a ring of what appears to be standing stones arranged in a 60-foot diameter circle surrounding a 15-foot high dome of wooden beams covered with triangular pieces of canvas. Right in the middle of town. And that's what you see, the colored, that whole open flea market is not a market, it's her place. I once talked about an opening sequence with Whitmore looking through a window, but he was really just kind of like looking at you guys between these two, like a couple of the structures kind of thing, the proverbial window. Closer inspection of these standing stones reveal that they're made of wood. Wooden frames, actually, stretched with cleverly painted canvas to resemble granite. The area between the central dome and the surrounding circle is a collection of other dome-shaped tents used to store her wares. When it's not raining, the fabric of these are pulled aside so that shoppers can admire for what sail in the light of the sun, or even the moon, for that matter. Because Rin's Wonders is always open, 24/7. Rin Sivinksi wanders around checking on her goods and patrons alike. A beautiful, tall, slender elf with pale white hair streaked with green highlights, horns behind her ears, and a large ram but thin flowing hook either side adorn her head and do not detract from her angular features or beauty at all. A long red proverbial devil's pitchfork or devil's arrow on the end tail peeks out through long flowing I would say Varisian gypsy looking robes. She's got the layered look where she wears a white robe with big cuffs, and then over it is sort of like the red vest with the gold peaked shoulders, and then a big blue sash with feathers on it, and you get the multicolor thing going on, long boots, and yet the boots actually are open-toed, showing the top of her feet like sandals. She has scroll tubes, spell component pouches, and the woman flows with, I want to say, grace, but it's almost an alien kind of grace. And she has the faded pupils of her kind that are a beautiful, not sinister, milky white. She notices your... Elric wanders over on his floating cloud. Hello. She sees you guys, excuses herself from one of the locals, and comes over, spreading her hands wide, and says, "Welcome, gentlemen," in an airy, breathy voice. "Have you come, perchance, to consult myself about the stars?" And it's the middle of the day, but she looks up as if she's showing you the canopy of a night sky, and she strikes that pose. The stars, know all, tell all.
Passy approaches,
Okay.
bows respectfully. Greetings, mistress. I seek the chalice of Amrit.
He takes her hand and places it in front of her and warbles it in her wrist in a serpentine gesture known as commonplace of respect to your people. "Greetings, champion of the chalice," she says most respectfully. "You are welcome here, as so long as you cause no trouble or discord in your search to these people that I pray I do commerce with."
Pray.
Anyway, that pray, that Freudian slip of superiority, is a conversational way of your people speaking. So it's like she makes a Russian joke to a Russian. Yeah.
Again, another respectful bow.
Okay. Please.
Have you seen it?
I have many cups, chalices from the world abroad. I would be most honored if you had claimed one would be as such. Notice they are currently on price, because if it is the one, guess what's going to happen to you? Price goes up. Anyway, she points at a table and lets you wander over. And so, while Snake Boy starts rummaging through every cup,
Yep.
So some guy's walking down the road with a cup from a restaurant. And he runs over and checks it and comes back. And, okay. Who's next? She looks back to the three of you. "Gentlemen, how may I be of service?"
Markov, completely enamored with this tall, infernal beauty. I believe I did take a etching of runes before I got confused by that blob, and all of us almost died. I don't know if I ever wrote it in my inventory, but I remember taking the etchings of runes and see if she'd be interested in those.
Okay. Sorry, I'm doing some society checks. I need, her society is huge, but I need to make it these, how much do I know about you kind of thing legit. So, yes, very high roll for Tassie, so what I said stands. Very interesting. Have you perhaps shown these to Morlebrint? He is more of the arcanist. I more the occultist. Anyway, while she's talking to you politely, she has her left hand extended, and she's giving you a few little finger signals in sort of a thieves' cant, like sort of a mafioso, right? Anyway, she does not indicate that she is a safe house, right? But she does indicate that she's all paid up to another organization such as your own that this territory is in, and that she's protected. So if you start running the, my family's expanding or extortion stuff, she's politely saying, I'm paid up to the family or whatever that's here. Go talk to them, because it's a polite warning saying if you shook her down, they would probably come to protect their interests, right? All the while talking about your etchings and talking about more labyrinth and everything. Just, the little squawky finger. I've paid up, bitch. Walk. You don't want this, However, ending her little warning with her fingers, changes the subject. I do palm readings. She does astrology, talks about the caravan, a group of gods that are all chained together in the stars that, enlighten someone like us herself. And I notice that this very perceptive woman, she notices that your armor is, shall we say, new, borrowed, not necessarily made for you. She offers you some accessories that might complete the look. So, as opposed to the boots that you were wearing that clash with the chain shirt, she might have something more stylish that, to complete the set kind of thing. Just cosmetic, comfy boots that would go with that armor, or under padding that might make it less noisy, or, again, just unless you specifically ask her for something, she seems to, 2 for 2, have something that she intuitively might know you may be interested in, even if it's mundane, directs you to a table, unless you had a different question or a different interest.
Oh no, Markov is completely enamored with this woman. Please dress me, darling. I would love to see your infernal eye and touch upon my body.
She says, I do not have a fitting room. However, she takes you over to a table. Please, while I deal with other customers, have a look at these and let me know if any catch your eye, and I will return to you. Puddin'. Coming back over to Dubsy.
Man, you look like you know so much. Looks her up and down, there's just so much going on with her clothes.
Yeah, I know. She carries a weapon, which is actually a 4-pointed dagger star, a symbol of Desna, a favored weapon of Desna clerics. Though the rest of her does not say, though she looks, gypsified, Varisian, and very traveled. Like you said, there's a lot more going on here. Maybe she just favors Desna overall, or just, happy with that weapon. Can I have a perception or society from you, sir?
Sure.
And from Jack, but I'm pretty much just going to say, yep, she's hot, because he seems a little distracted. You really can't tell if this whole costume and everything is an act. You're being in the sort of rogue circles, even though you're sort of a box man or a trap guy and don't do the grift and the con kind of thing, unless he actually is a frog mastermind. He's fooled us all. Not for me to say. You really can't tell if she's legit or if this whole thing is an act. So you can't really see through if this is an act. So maybe she's the real deal, this airy, strange occult astrologist, the real thing. Now, as far as any kind of agenda, she just seems interested in helping you guys as customers right now towards services and her wares. And saving the best for last, Kenro.
Well, seeing as our one friend is already enamored with her, I would probably play it a little bit cooler than him.
Okay.
Just let madam, it is an honor to meet you. We've heard many things about you among the city, and as much as I like to say I'm here for something specific, I'm with my group of people, and we're just seeing what's available. Quite simple, really.
She glances over her shoulder, makes sure the halfling is specifically, eyes on the armor over there. I can offer much advice in the world of occult. I have many wares, she says in a sweeping, graceful gesture towards her tables, and offer plenty of services as a light finger brush from somewhere just below your shoulder to not quite ending at your elbow. The lightest of glancing touches would be my pleasure for
I can
proper
see
recompense.
that Callistria would be a fan of you. Give her a wink.
Okay. She raises an eyebrow. Are you a priest? For someone that knew so much about everybody else, she seemed like you're walking around with a big hubcap holy symbol, bumblebee girl, and you're like, are you routed, right? Like you've got trappings of.
He's got Ken's got like a bee, like a wasp or a bee tattooed on his chest, and he has his holy symbol on a string around his neck. So he doesn't like he's hiding it at all. He's pretty obvious.
Okay, right. So that would be a dead giveaway, but she seems not to like. She just asks, "Oh, are you are you a priest of?"
Not a priest, a cleric, a follower. I stay in the world. I don't stay locked in the temples. They're only for when I'm relaxing, convalescing, or need to learn a little bit.
Interesting. She openly just asks you to circle the tables and let her know if anything catches your eye.
Few things I already have. I'll be sure to come by to you later when I'm ready for a decision.
Wonderful. I'm about the place. Rin's Wonders, she says, talking about herself in the third person, but it's elegant, not creepy at all. It's always open.
I appreciate your hospitality.
Okay. So, she mentioned, or someone has talked about her being into what is known as the Cosmic Caravan. If anyone cares to make a religion check, we could delve into that a little bit.
Meant to drop it in the tower, but that's 12.
Still, speak to me of this magic school bus.
Actually, it's Markov that even gets close. Shall we say later on, not now, but later on, when the lovely lady comes up in discussion, perhaps? Does that make sense? At a later date, when she comes up, cue Markov for the following, if you care to share. Just jump in with that. Sorry, Ken, what was that you just said?
So I have lore astrology.
Okay, that's kind of dot on. So yeah, we go with Ken. Yeah. Ken and him are like talking about the girl, but they're like, I know more about the caravan. No, I know about more of the caravan. You guys are like, what are they really talking about here? The rivalry continues. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hit on two guys that are rival clerics? Oh, silly GM me. I had no idea that I was fanning a flame here. Sure, go ahead, Ken.
I'd just be telling my other friends here, basically, like, Rin is actually part of a study of the Cosmic Caravan, which basically is a zodiac sign. It's a way to divide the sky up into 13 sections that kind of perform this band around the planet and Golarian. And it's actually worshipped by people in the west from Avistan all the way... Yeah, there's quite a bit to it. That's the Cole's notes of it from my friends here. But if there's anything further you'd like to know, I'm sure we could sit down and have a better discussion.
Oh yeah, is there any frogs in this zodiac?
Let me look and see here. I don't know. So I'm not sure if there's any frogs in there, Dubsy. But what I can tell you is that it's most recently, like mostly, I guess you would say, worshipped in Avestan. But it's basically the night divided into 13 equal sections. And astrologers view Galarian, the sun, and the other planets of the solar. Sorry, having a little hard. Sorry, can you hold up? So the zodiac divides the sky into 13 equal longitudinal sections, that form a perceived band around the planet Galarian. And from an astrologer's viewpoint, on Galarian, the sun and other planets of the solar system align with each other in the 13 constellations as time passes. These associations suggest portents, and that can be read in varying degrees of success by diviners. So there's 13 equal sections in the sky. They are all read by diviners and by astrologers and by oracles to try to kind of predict the future or predict things that are going to happen to people or even the lands around us. I'm not sure if one's a frog, but if one was a frog, Dubsy, I'm sure there's a reading for you.
Okay, as long as there's not a snake.
Tassie scoffs. Just says, hippies.
All the sides are created equal. So even if there was a snake and a frog, they would both be equally part of the night sky. So none of you would be better than the other. If you were beside each other, that might be an issue because of, as our friend here likes to say, snack. And we don't want the sky eating itself.
There you go. Pretty cool, huh? So I've posted a picture, and it shows a sun and a planet, and then, like I said, the constellations that are all sort of circled around, and you have your circle of wagons in a caravan. Now, notice the Varisians and astrologers, so you have like a whole nation, hence, and her clothing, right? Explains she's into it, okay? The thrush, the lantern bearer, the newlyweds, the bride, the daughter, the rider, the patriarch, the wagon, the pack, the mother, the stargazer, the stranger, and the follower are the 13 constellations, each with their accordance to a year, if not a month, and they are sort of like your zodiac, Capricorn versus Sagittarius kind of thing going on. And she would tell you, if you wanted a reading, come back to that, what your sign is, what it might mean, and what it more portend to your fortune, immediate love life, and yeah. And we will see you all next time. It's good information to have. It's not like I've got a weekly gazette I could put this out. You got to come up and pay your money, and she'll tell you come back at midnight, look at the stars, and again, tell you what the stars hold for you.